Uh, but like third-party tour guides, you're not gonna be part
Oh,
of that world, because the Walt Disney World Resort is allegedly. We're gonna. I don't know. I don't know.
sure.
I'm
We didn't
gonna.
do
I'm
it.
gonna. Yeah, right. I'm gonna. Touch it with gloves. Allegedly, is banning third-party tour guides. Um, Allegedly started handing out trespassing warrants for people that are bringing in uh, tour, groups or tours. How is this going to affect groups coming in from Brazil? I don't know, because those guys operate as a third-party tour guide, and those
True.
groups are big. And I'm gonna make a comment, and I'm not gonna.
Oh
But
my gosh.
you know, this is pretty.
That's true though.
This is
That's a
pretty
good
big,
point.
because this was a side business for a lot of people, very lucrative, and it's been going on forever. The first two times that I came to WW 93 and 94, we were on with a tour with a tour guide. Was it 93,
Yeah,
94, or 92, 94, or something like that?
sure.
Same difference. 92, 94, probably. We came in with the tour, right? Is and we had our guide, and our guide took us around the park. It was our first time, right? I think this is great for first time park goers. Although, like, a lot of people are more experienced now. They just buy the ticket and go, but they're more adventurous now. I would say, right? Um, but uh, I think it was a good experience, especially
Okay.
when you had a tour guide that's knowledgeable and is able to uh, take you to I guess the highlights of the park and give you trivia while you're walking around and all that stuff, right? That's cool. I really enjoyed it when I was a kid, and I was 12, 13 years old back then, and I really enjoyed it. I I don't know. I'm conflicted about this. I don't know. I don't think they should be doing this. But at the same time, right? Um, whenever something like this happens, normally it's because they have a plan, and
Okay.
I'm thinking that they will probably planning on implementing a an internal tour service. If you want
They
to
already
book,
have one though.
but it's VIP.
I mean,
It's
that's how
VIP.
that's how Disney rolls. You gotta pay big money to get the
Well, I mean, you still pay big money to pay to the tour guide. Is it? You pay money, not big money, but that's money that's going to the tour guide, not to Disney, right?
correct. Correct. That's
So,
true.
so, may so
Cut the middleman out.
right. I think that's exactly what's happening here. They are taking the opportunity to consolidate, and if people want to tour the park, even if it's not a VIP tour, right, or any sort of guided tour around the park, it will have to be a cast member that would do it. I think from a business standpoint, that's a great idea. Unfortunately, I do feel for the people that made a living out of operating. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna suggest a novel idea for you, Disney. Instead of banning the tour guides, ban influencers from the park, because they really
Oh,
ruined it.
we want to get in there.
No, I mean, but no, I'm not meaning influencers that are there because you invite them to get content out. That's totally fine. But I don't need to walk around someone dancing in the middle of the Adventureland bridge. That's freaking ridiculous. You know, ban them. Don't ban the tour guides. I think the tour guides are doing a great job. This guy's an
See,
idiot. These guys are
but
idiots.
see, the tour guides are touring are giving people tours. The influencers are again the free marketing.
But they're annoying the hell out of people, dude. I don't care. It's
But
I
you're already in. You paid your
I don't,
ticket price.
bro.
No, I agree. I think
I'm
both are
just,
a little interesting.
I think I'm just turning into a curmudgeon old man, and it's just, I was like, why is, why are these young people so dumb and just don't dances? I was like, well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Because I've watched Disney influencers
Totally.
and that are not dancing around like morons around the park. They're actually like showing you, cool stuff and giving you trivia and doing meaningful content from the
Yeah, they're having
parks.
fun.
That's right, and that's great. Those are, I don't have a problem with those. That's like, it's like the one, the I'm the main character kind of influencer.
Yeah,
Those are the
yeah.
ones that I have a
Look at
problem.
how cool I am.
Those are the ones that I have a problem with. So,
Yeah, I hear you. I
yeah,
hear you.
you better get on those. But no, no, no. Like, in all seriousness, I, 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 I do see a motive for this. But Joel, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you actually presented some things that I didn't think about because selfishly, my gut reaction instantly was like, great. There's why do they need this? But you definitely presented enough stuff to make me instantly go like, okay, I understand why certain people, especially people coming from outside of the country, wanting to have these tour guides. Like I could respect that to an extent. And that being a part of people who are, with working with travel agencies and all the,
Right.
the whole process is a lot of ripple effects. I do still think that if anything, they just, I don't want to say rebrand, but kind of re-promote the VIP because VIP is very like it's very hidden. It is VIP.
It's very hidden, and it is also very expensive.
It's also very expensive. Like you don't find out about it unless you ask, like, hey, is there a thing for
Right.
this? Or you're physically in the park and you're like, why are those people being escorted by that person
When
with an iPad? You know?
when I was at on when I worked at Disney Reservations, we were told not, like, if someone asked about VIP tours, we do not offer them.
See what I'm saying? Like it's very hidden.
It's we like they had to go through like
You have to know
hoops.
somebody.
There's a hoop.
Yeah.
There's a certain hoop that you got to go through to be able to book one of these things. And like I said, they are outside of regular means. They are they're very they're
The-
so they're Galactic Star Cruiser pricing
mhm.
for a 1 day experience.
Right.
They're,
Right.
yeah, it's like that. It's that expensive. So
So, so I can tell story time here. Like I can tell you back in what was it 18, 19, 2018, 2018 when they opened up Galaxy's Edge when it was going to be coming about. And myself and several colleagues at the time and one of the leadership literally presents to like, hey, what do you guys think about doing this, like going to Disney for this thing as a joke? And I was like, oh, that would be cool. And then on my own, I remember actually calling Disney to find out about the VIP service because I said if we can get this, we can
oh,
get into like the Galaxy's Edge stuff easier
right,
without because we knew those lines were going to be like hundreds of people, whatever. And I'm like,
right,
and I just remember them telling me like you need to have like a certain size of people like for us to even consider you and submit this, whatever. It's a like you said, a lot of hoops, and even if you do like every person has to put up a large amount of money just to be involved
right,
in it. You have to really be very dedicated. But I can see them taking something like that, Obed, taking the VIP, and I don't want to say rebrand, but kind of represent it because of how hidden it is to
right,
try and utilize that service to get people to use it and just say, like, we offering this a little bit more in tandem with specifically travel agencies. So you're not like it's not hidden in the sense of like you got to know somebody or go through stuff to go through it. The people that they want to have the tours that are going to spend like those companies are able to do that on Disney's behalf, and
right.
the money comes to Disney still, or maybe a percentage. I can see them doing something like that for
Yeah,
sure. But I also feel like at the end of the day, like how you just said, like alluded to, like these tour guides coming in with tons of people, that's a problem too. Like I'm sorry, like put money aside Disney's already crowded as it is.
Right.
When you have like a group of 20 to 30 people, and this isn't a school field trip or something. Like this is just a bunch of adults and families and we're coming through all together, getting a like that's crazy. If you're gonna allow to have tour guides, there needs to be a cap of like how many people and a way because people they crowd these group. There's always crowds at Disney, but when you're a group together, they all crowd into one
It's
area.
That's the
It's
thing,
easier
right? It's
to
hard.
walk. I could walk around a family of 5 and 6 people, and that's already could be a challenge sometimes. But not like when there's a group of like 30 people all just standing in front of
Right.
waiting for this one thing. That I'm not saying they're wrong even for doing that.
When you got
I'm just
yeah.
saying that it's an issue of just like
Right.
trying to make the experience what it's supposed to be. So yeah, man, it's
Yeah,
tough.
it's tough. It's tough, right? And again, there's people that are losing their livelihood because they do depend on it. And
Because they're banned as in like they can't even get into Disney just as a like as a person even anymore now, right? Or
allegedly,
is-
like they
like
have
if that like
well,
that ban's
allegedly
like
they
a
have a
ban.
list that they're scratching you off of.
You know,
Yeah.
you know how hard like that's crazy. Like not only is it you can't do your living, but you can't even go like as like like that's it. Your last day
Well,
ever in Disney
I'm
World,
guessing
you're
that you
not
can
getting
probably
in.
go as a day guest, but not
They're
like
looking.
it's right. If you go with
Uh,
like I don't know, man.
But if
I
you're
really don't know.
trespassed, I don't
Yeah, if you
know. I
get
mean,
trespassed, you're not getting in like
that's what I'm
at all.
saying. Like that doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy. Yeah,
tough, bro.
it's tough. It's tough. So I don't know.
That's that's gangster, Bob.
Right,
That's
right. That actually seems like a JPEG thing, right? It's like it
that's what I
doesn't
was
seem.
gonna
It's
say.
like
Like
it's
you're
that
out.
seems like a more like let's go
Right?
let's go ahead and ban him.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. It seems
Got
more
him.
like mustache twirling Bob Chapek over here.
Doesn't
But
sound like him.
yeah, but it really stinks, but there has to be a reason for it. I know that eventually we'll find out. I know that because of park attendance being the way it is, um, it's probably tougher to keep a group. Again, what is this going to mean for international groups coming in, like groups from Mexico, groups from Brazil,
Right.
groups from Puerto Rico that still do
Japan,
uh,
I don't know.
tours? I don't think Japan does tours, but like, but at least like
They have their own Disney too
Argentina,
over
because I've
there.
seen groups
Yeah.
from Argentina. I've seen there's large groups of people. What is it gonna do right for them? Right. Um, that's gonna be a big question. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. It's unfortunate that people are going to be affected monetarily, and I'm sure that this will be an opportunity for maybe some, again, them having their. I was like, oh, if you want to book a tour, you got to book it through us, and it's gonna be a minimum of this many people.
Yeah.
A group between this many people and this many people, and you gotta remember this is not a genie plus sort of thing. The rides that we're going to pick that you're going to go to a standard queue and make the line, right?
Mm.
It's like that's it. They're probably gonna have something must have happened, dude.
Oh,
Like
totally.
they like even if you think about it, like outside of the money thing, something must have happened to cost this because they someone must have been exploiting something and
Totally.
they caught on to it,
Totally. It was too much.
right? And other than the money thing, because I still think that that's part of the reasoning, but yeah. Um, yeah, man, it's we'll keep you guys informed. We'll let you know what's up. Um, not to stay on the topic too much, but too much longer. But I did see again an influencer that it's good on YouTube. Uh, did a VIP tour just for the single person at Universal Studios Hollywood, which is
Oh, interesting.
like VIP tour, meaning going in the morning, getting breakfast, skipping the lines, going backstage, having lunch, like including meals, right? And the single
And just
person
party of one had one person
party
walking
of
them.
one, it was $900 for that person
Oh,
for the day for Universal Studios Hollywood. So I'm
But you
assuming,
got food.
yeah, you got food, yeah, and again with the Disney ones, you get food too, but um, I want to say that Disney's probably like double that per person easily.
Totally.
So yeah, man, interesting stuff. We'll keep you guys posted with all the Disney occurrences.